What is restoration? Restoration is returning something to its original state or making it better than the way it was before. It is both revival and restoration. Why restoration? Because there was a way God has designed the church to be and the church to operate. But it seems that the church lost it. Based on church history, there was a time that we call the dark age of the church, whereby the miraculous power of God was no more evident in the church, whereby the real signs and wonders was no more evident in the church. But God in his infinite mercy began to raise men and women in different areas, in different nations. We read about Eva Robert from these European countries. We read about Babalola from Africa countries. All of them were in the same period of time. It was an act of God's mercy that, look, there is something I want to do about my church. Because when God was birthing the church, God birthed the church from chapter 2 from verses 4 by power. The power was because without the power, the Israelites will never come to God, because there was something they saw. That was why when Jesus was preaching, they asked him, show us a sign. If you want to say you are the Messiah, what is the sign of your Messiahship? So the world will not just follow God or believe in the church because we have a sermon to preach. No, they want to see something. The Bible speaking, it said that the Jews, they are looking for sign, the Greeks are looking for wisdom. Only but Christ is both the power and the word and the wisdom of God. So God in his infinite mercy raised men and women, but God wants to do more. In our generation, we are seeing some trickles, but there is what God wants to do. He wants to do much more. Haggai chapter 2 from verse 6 downward was speaking that in the glory of what? Of the latter house shall be what? Oh, greater than the former. Do you know why it's that? Because he said that because in Ezra, because the prophets Haggai, the prophet Ezra, all of them were almost in the same dispensation during the Babylonian captivity and their return back to the nation of Israel. So the Bible was speaking there in Ezra chapter 3 that when the foundation of the second temple was laid, he said the Jews who saw that foundation, they were rejoicing, they were happy. That, oh, this is a beautiful temple. But he now said that, but the ancients who knew how the first temple was, they were crying. Only, and because of that, they could not distinguish between the shout of joy from the shout of sorrow. Because the ancients knew there was something about the first temple. This second temple is incomparable in any dimension.